Tomorrow, I'm getting married. And I wish I could say I'm excited. That I'm glowing, that I'm ready. But I'm not. Because the man waiting for me at the end of that aisle, the man who bought the ring, the man who cried when I said yes, he's not the one I love. Actually, I'm not sure I ever loved him. And yet, here I am. Less than 24 hours away from promising him forever. From lying to his face. From sealing a life I'm not sure I want. I never planned for this. I never wanted this. But somehow, it all spiraled so fast. And now I feel trapped in the most beautiful nightmare imaginable. Let me take you back. It all started 2 years ago. I was 23, living in a new city, fresh out of a breakup that tore me apart. The kind of breakup that makes you question your worth, your choices, your ability to ever trust again. His name was Dylan. He worked in marketing. He had a kind smile, a clean apartment, and a way of making you feel safe. Like nothing bad could ever happen when you were near him. He wasn't exciting. He wasn't wild, but he was steady, reliable. And after what I'd just been through, that felt like everything. I wasn't in love, not even close, but I was tired. Tired of crying, tired of loneliness, tired of choosing people who made my heart race and my life fall apart. So when Dylan asked me out, I said yes. And when he asked to be exclusive, I said yes. And when he said, I love you, after 6 months, I smiled and said it back, even though something in me hesitated. It wasn't real love, not for me, but it was calm. And sometimes, calm feels safer than passion. Months turned into a year. We moved in together, our parents met, our friend groups merged. On Instagram, we looked perfect. And in real life? Well, I played the part. I cooked, I laughed, I let him talk about crypto and baseball and career goals I didn't really understand. And every time I felt that quiet ache inside me, that voice whispering, this isn't right, I buried it. Because Dylan was good. And what kind of monster leaves someone good? But then, one night, we went to a wedding. His cousin's. It was beautiful, candlelit, intimate. The bride cried during her vows. The groom couldn't take his eyes off her. And for the first time in a long time, I let myself feel. I watched them dance. I watched the way she leaned into him. I watched how, even after 10 years together, he looked at her like she was the only thing that ever mattered. And I thought, I will never have that with Dylan. That thought haunted me. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I'd wake up next to him and feel guilt clawing at my insides. But I didn't leave. Instead, I said yes when he proposed. Yes. To a man I didn't love. To a life I didn't want. Why? Because he asked me on a rooftop. With fairy lights. In front of both our families. Because I didn't want to humiliate him. Because I was scared to be alone again. Because it was easier to smile and nod than to tell the truth. The moment I said, yes, the clock started ticking. And now, it's almost up. Tomorrow is our wedding. The dress is hanging in the closet. The guests are flying in. My mom is crying from happiness. And I feel like I'm about to vomit. Because last night, something happened. Something that changed everything. Last night, something happened. Something I didn't see coming. Something that shattered the little stability I had left. I saw him. Not Dylan. Him. Eli. The one that got away. Or maybe, the one I pushed away. Let me explain. Before Dylan, before all the pretending and smiling and suffocating, there was Eli. He was wild. Chaotic. Everything I wasn't supposed to want. And everything I couldn't resist. We met in college. He was in my literature class, constantly late, always scribbling in a notebook full of lyrics and poems and messy sketches. He wore rings on every finger, smelled like smoke and coffee, and had eyes that made you forget what you were saying mid-sentence. He wasn't safe. He wasn't stable. But God, he made me feel alive. We had this fire. Uncontrollable, addictive, dangerous. We'd argue for hours, then end up tangled in each other like we were starving. He challenged me, scared me, loved me in this feral, desperate way that made me question everything I thought I knew about myself. But fire burns. And eventually, I ran. I told him I needed peace. That I couldn't live in a storm anymore. He didn't beg. He just looked at me, with this heartbreak in his eyes, and said, you'll miss me when the calm gets too quiet. And damn it, he was right. I hadn't seen him since. Until last night. I was walking home from my bachelorette dinner. Tipsy, tired, heels in hand. And there he was, leaning against the wall outside a record store. Smoking, same rings, same eyes, like time hadn't touched him. He saw me instantly. His expression didn't change. He just said, so, you really going through with it? My heart stopped. How do you know? I asked. He took a drag from his cigarette. Small town. Big internet. Mutual friends. You know how it goes. I should have walked away. I should have smiled politely and left. But I didn't. I stood there, frozen in my cocktail dress and bridal glow and overwhelming guilt. He stepped closer. You look beautiful, he said. And it felt real. More real than any compliment Dylan had given me in the last year. You look happy. I lied. He smirked. You don't. Silence. Thick. Electric. I wanted to scream. To cry. To kiss him. To punch him. To collapse. He saw it all. Why are you marrying him? He asked. And I couldn't answer. Because I didn't know anymore. I have to go, I said. But he stepped in front of me. No, you don't. And then, he kissed me. Not like a stranger. Not like someone stealing something forbidden. Like someone claiming what was already his. And for a moment, just a moment, I let him. Because in that kiss, I remembered everything. Who I was. What I wanted. What I gave up. And then I pulled away. Hard. Because reality crashed back in like a wave. I'm getting married tomorrow, I said, breathless. He nodded. I know. Then why? Because you needed to feel something. And he walked away. Just like that. Left me standing on the sidewalk, heart racing, tears burning. And now it's the morning after. My wedding day. And I don't know what the hell to do. The dress is waiting. The guests are waiting. Dylan is waiting. But my heart is somewhere else. I woke up to the sound of birds and panic. My wedding day. It should have felt magical. Euphoric, like a fairy tale coming to life. Instead, I felt like I was suffocating in silk. My phone was buzzing nonstop, texts from bridesmaids, my mom, the florist, the venue coordinator, Dylan's cousin who flew in from Texas and couldn't find his tie. I ignored them all. I just lay there, in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering how I got here. The dress was hanging on the door. Ivory, satin, beautiful. I hated it. My mom burst into the room around 9 a.m., holding coffee and a folder full of printed out schedules. Rise and shine, bride-to-be. She was glowing, euphoric. This was her dream as much as mine, maybe more. She sat on the edge of the bed. Are you okay? I nodded. Lie. She handed me coffee. Kissed my forehead. You're marrying a good man, sweetheart. He's going to take care of you. Another knot in my chest. I wanted to scream, but what if I don't want to be taken care of? What if I want to feel alive? But I didn't. I got up. Showered. Let the makeup artist paint my face into someone who looked like she had it all together. The bridesmaids were loud, laughing, popping champagne. I smiled, laughed, acted. And the whole time, I felt like I was dying inside. I checked my phone. No message from Eli. Good. And also. Not. The car ride to the venue felt like a funeral procession. My mom kept dabbing at her eyes. You've always been the brave one, she whispered. The strong one. And all I could think was, if only you knew how broken I feel right now. At the venue, everything was perfect. Too perfect. Flowers everywhere. Candlelight, soft music playing. People hugging, smiling, crying. I wanted to run. Instead, I was ushered into the bridal suite. Alone, for final touches. And that's when I lost it. I looked in the mirror, and didn't recognize the woman staring back. She looked like me. But hollow. Like someone who had sold her soul for comfort. I grabbed my phone. Typed out a message to Eli. Then deleted it. Typed another to Dylan. Deleted that too. And then, there was a knock at the door. 10 minutes, babe, came my maid of honor's voice. You good? I lied again. Yeah, totally. I stood there, hands shaking, breathing shallow. And then, my dad walked in. He looked nervous. Emotional. Hey, he said. I turned to him. He looked at me, really looked. You okay? He asked. And for the first time all day? I didn't lie. No. He stepped closer. Took my hands. Do you want to marry him? He asked gently. Silence. Tears welled in my eyes. I don't know. He nodded. You don't have to. More silence. You'd rather call off a wedding than live with a mistake forever, he said. I broke. Cried into his shoulder like I was 10 again. He held me. No judgment, no pressure. Just love. And then, another knock. But this one was different. Urgent. It was the coordinator. There's, someone outside who says he needs to speak with the bride. Alone. Says it's important. I froze. My dad looked at me. Who? The coordinator hesitated. His name's Eli. Eli. He was here. At my wedding. I felt the blood drain from my face. My legs barely held me up. My dad looked at me, eyes wide. You want me to send him away? I couldn't speak. He squeezed my hand. Whatever you decide, I'll back you. I nodded slowly. Let me talk to him. Alone. The coordinator brought him in. He looked the same. Slightly messy shirt, nervous eyes, hands in his pockets like he didn't know what to do with them. We were silent for a long time. Then he spoke. You don't look happy. I wanted to slap him, or kiss him, or collapse. Instead, I whispered, why are you here? He stepped closer. Because you don't belong here. With him, in that dress, at that altar. I shook my head. You don't get to say that. Not now, not today. He looked at me, and there was something different in his eyes. Not fire, not chaos. Clarity. I never stopped loving you, he said. Even when you walked away. Even when you ghosted me. Even when I saw the ring on your finger. I blinked. You saw it? Of course I did. I tortured myself with it. Silence. Then why now? I asked. Because I knew you'd never say it first. I knew you'd go through with it. Smile through it. Die inside. He stepped closer. You're about to say, forever, to a man you don't love. Just because he's safe. Just because he's good. He took a breath. You're not choosing love. You're choosing fear. That hit like a punch to the chest. Because it was true. I turned away. Tears burning. It's too late, Eli. There were people waiting. A man waiting. My mother, Dylan, everything set. And none of it's real, he said. I turned back to him. What do you want from me? He didn't hesitate. You. Silence. A full minute passed. Then I said the one thing I didn't think I'd say. I can't do this. His eyes widened. I can't marry Dylan. I didn't even realize I was crying until I saw the tears hit the floor. I looked down at the white dress. This beautiful, suffocating prison. I need to leave. Now. Eli nodded. Let's go. We ran. Literally.